everybody, this is Cheri at djsundry.blogspot.com, and today I am going to bring to you a haul video. These are just some items that I've picked up over the last few months, and I decided I wanted to share them with you because I found some really fun things. Some of them are just regular crafty things, but some of them are things that are kind of new to me. So I'm just going to jump right in. I'm going to start with some watercolor stuff. I did, before Christmas, pick up some watercolor tablets or watercolor pads, and these are just the Hobby Lobby brand, Master's Touch. They were actually having their 50% off sale, and I know that you can buy, you know, the larger size pads and cut them down, but I decided since this one was definitely on 50% off, and this one may or may not have been. This one was not because it's below the price point, but I thought I just wanted to kind of play with them in the different sizes, even though I could cut them down myself. So I'm just going to set those aside, because I also found during the holiday season, it was probably around the first part of the month, these little pads. Now, I was at one of my favorite local craft stores, and I found these. These are Hinge. And I wanted to try them. They're ATC size, but I've not used this brand of watercolor paper, and so I wanted to try that. But they didn't just have watercolor paper, so there were other ones besides these three. I just picked up these three, I believe. This is just the cold press watercolor paper. Again, ATC size, about playing card size, about that size. This one was actually Yupo paper to use with alcohol inks and stuff, so I thought, that'll be kind of interesting. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but this is really slick Yupo paper, and it's pretty heavy, so I will probably do some experiments with it. I will probably watch some tutorials on what exactly to use it for with the heavy duty, and get out the alcohol inks and play with that. And then the last one was cold press in black, and I thought that would be really fun, because what I had on at the time on my wish list and then later picked up were some more watercolors. Now these watercolors are different than any that I have, I think, one in gold, but these are actually metallic watercolors, and this is again the Hobby Lobby brand, that's the Master's, what's it called, Master's Touch, and it actually, I can't remember if they were on sale when I got them or if I used my coupon, but it actually comes in, if I can remember how to open it, there's actually another level under here. I just can't remember how to open it because I haven't used them yet, but I just thought all of those metallic colors would be fun to kind of play with on that black watercolor paper. And sometimes I like I said, I do have a gold metallic watercolor, and I like to add them as highlights, or use it for highlights in my journaling pages, or sometimes just little highlights if I'm just playing with the regular watercolors. So I thought that would be super fun. Again, it is double decker. I just can't remember how to open it because I haven't used it yet. So maybe they just, anyway, there's another level under there, and I go through that. So another thing, when I was at the art supply store, that I picked up was this Rhodia dot pad. I just love the feel of good paper, first of all, but I thought this would be fun to practice lettering on. I honestly would even use it to write letters if I decided to. So that is what I picked up with that. So that is kind of getting ahead and moving into the next theme, because the next thing that I did after the watercolor papers and those kind of things, besides this paper, is I decided I wanted to get some quality writing paper. So I thought I would try this Midori paper, and I just picked this up from Jet Pens. This was at my favorite art supply store locally, but this is the Midori paper. It comes like this, and I like the feel of Midori paper. It's so smooth, and it takes a fountain pen beautifully, and so this is actually a stationary pad is what I think that they called it. And you can see, I'm showing you the back side of this. This is what it looks like with fountain pen ink coming through, and it's a pretty dark purple ink. So, you know, I probably, if I was writing a nice letter on it, I definitely would not be writing on both sides of the paper on it, because you can definitely see that. But I do really like this. And then another thing I picked up at the same time was this paper, and it was from Jet Pens. And again, one of my goals for this year that I haven't shown, because I haven't really been doing any planner or goal videos recently, but when I get around to showing them, I will. But one of my goals for this year is to write 20 handwritten letters. So I thought this was just kind of a fun little pad. It's not even a pad, it's just loose leaf paper. I haven't written on the paper yet because there are so few sheets that I don't want to mess it up with practicing. The Midori paper, I just took a sheet and did that, but for this I didn't want to. And then it came with 6 envelopes. So there's only 12 sheets of papers, and it's in this, I can't remember the brand, but I got it at jetpens.com. So the last 2 items I have, set this aside for writing. Well, no, there's kind of 3, but we'll move to that in a minute. Is I did pick up this pen case. Now, I enjoy carrying my fountain pens with me, and sometimes they get buried in the bottom of my purse or lost in a pocket, and I'm always afraid it's gonna fall out and use it, or I'm gonna lose it. So I found this at Amazon and picked it up. Eventually I am going to have my husband make me one out of leather, but I did pick this up at Amazon. And then it holds these. I could easily fit another pin on this side, but if I did that, it would really struggle to close with these 3 pins. I've got a TWSBI and my 2 Lammies in here, and so I think that I would really struggle. It's really kind of a struggle with even that, to make sure that it's not putting too much pressure on it. So I haven't tried putting a 4th pen in here, but I'm comfortable with 3. Maybe I could throw a thin pencil or something in there and it would not be as bad. But it's just a cute little case. And then these are my Lammies that I've had. Well, this one I've had for a long time. This was my original Lammie. This one I've had for quite a while. But this is my newest pen. And this is a TWSBI. And it's one of the, I don't remember if they call them limited editions or special editions, but it's a TWSBI Echo, or Eco, I'm not sure how you say that. And I will have to say, this is the first time I've owned a TWSBI. There was definitely a learning curve with filling it, and I ended up with a bit of a mess. I actually pulled a bottle of Diamine Majestic Purple, or Diamine. Again, I don't know the names of them well, but it was a nice match, and I pulled that. The problem with this particular one is my ink was down far enough that I couldn't put the whole thing in it right, so I had to pour the ink into a different container so that I could actually get it deep enough to go ahead and get my ink out. So I'm going to have to do something a little bit differently next time because I made a big mess with that. But I will be doing a pen comparison sometime soon, and so I'm not going to write with this now, but it's quickly becoming a favorite. Like I said, there was a bit of a learning curve with the filling it with the ink and stuff. I'm not sure that it will ever replace my Lamy Lilac. That is my favorite pen and has been for a long time, but it may come close. So we'll just kind of see what the next few months will say on that. So that was for the writing. Now I will say that this kind of crosses into writing. And I have wanted one of these for a really long time, and it is a wax imprint, a wax embosser. So the set that I bought, I just got off Amazon, and it actually came with these items right here, not the wax. And I did my last initial, a P, and it came with the little tea light candles so that you can melt the wax. It did not come with any waxes or any sticks or anything like that. This was just the set. I believe this set was about $12 or $15, so not too bad. What I haven't learned enough about it yet is to know how universal the brands are, because this definitely will unscrew so that you could use the handle again. So I'm going to have to do some research to find out if I can just purchase this, if it's very universal, or if each brand kind of has their own design a little bit to make it difficult to swap across brands, because I do want to get like a butterfly and probably some hearts and just a good variety, snowflakes, those kind of things. And then I did pick up this variety set of wax, they're little, almost, I think they're these little roundish hexagonal type wax pieces that you mount to play with. And actually some of them are rather metallic. Some of them are a little bit more muted. Some of them are bright colors that I don't see myself using that often. Like, I probably wouldn't use this green a whole lot normally, but I'll find something to use it for so it doesn't go to waste. But I did get them out and play, and it's kind of fun. So, and like I said, I've wanted that for years and years, and I just have never done it. And I finally said, okay, I'm going to do it. So I did purchase that. So I thought that would go nicely with my goal to write my handwritten letters. So we'll see. So moving into the Kraft type items, I did want to try this Gina K Connect glue. And so Simon Says Stamp was having a sale on dies back in December. And so when I was picking up a few dies, I decided to try this because I've seen different people use it. So I'm excited to try it again. I haven't opened it yet, but I hope to soon. And on the same sale then, well, that wasn't on sale, but these were on sale, these different dies that I picked up. I picked up a candy cane die. I picked up this heart die, which is super fun. I liked this die because it has 5 different sayings on it. And I thought it would make beautiful cards, so I wanted that one. And then this floral bundle I also picked up, and that was a great sale they were having. I was super excited to see them on sale because some of those were some dies that I had been interested in, or types of dies that I had been interested in and just hadn't picked up, so going on sale was great. I did pick up some of these little guys so that for the Prisma color pencils that I have. And then the last item I have to show is this washi tape. Again, this was from my favorite art supply company store, and it's kind of a really neat store because it has regular artist supplies, so you can get, you know, your painter supplies, canvases, paints, lots of brushes, all of those kind of things. But then it also has a good little selection of papers and journaling supplies. And the first time I went there, they had washi. I assumed that they've had washi for a long time, but they have, it seems like they've increased the amount of washi that they're getting in. And so I thought this was just a gorgeous, of course, purple flower that I decided to pick up. So I, again, haven't even used these yet. Some of these are items that have just kind of been sitting on my desk because I haven't taken a lot of craft time, but I am super excited to get to start using those. So come back. We will show you some projects that we make with some of these, maybe do some experiments with them and kind of see what we can do with them. So thanks so much for stopping by today, and remember, take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.